welcome to the
Drought&Proud podcast. Whoa!
My name's Chris.
And my name's Nick.
Whoa!
Today we're going to be talking about a lot of really cool things.
Wow.
Chris, you know that thing I did earlier? Do that thing.
Whoa, whoa!
No, the wrong...
Wah, wah. But yeah, we're going to be talking about those good old movies.
Have you guys ever seen a spaghetti western? If you haven't, you should. It's like a western movie, but everybody's made out of spaghetti.
Oh yeah? Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's like... It's an alien monster that looks like spaghetti that inhabits everybody's body, and then everybody becomes spaghetti. And that's actually the origin of the religion of Pastafarianism, the people that believe in the giant flying spaghetti monster. True story. You should really check them out. They're they're really good movies. And yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm lying. Spaghetti westerns, for those of you who don't know, are movies that were made in Italy, built specifically for American audiences, right? And so a few of these movies you guys probably know. It's Clint Eastwood is in a lot of them. Mm-hmm. He's in a set of 4 movies with Sergio Leone. You got Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and Hang 'em High. I think he's in a few others, but made by different people. Mm-hmm. But, so spaghetti westerns are just western movies that are made in Italy. And they're old, and they're very 60s, 70s, and they've got a lot of flavor to them, and they're definitely unique.
Uh-huh.
Compared to... they are their own genre.
They are their own genre?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have like a different feel than like not modern westerns, just like American westerns. Because American westerns, I feel like there's a lot more like characters. Like you focus more on the people rather than the story.
Yeah.
In American westerns, and in all those movies that we've seen, it focuses more on like how to tell a good story with film, and I appreciate that.
But we've just been watching a lot of spaghetti western movies lately. And there's some spicy meatballs.
Some good ones, yeah.
Yeah, I honestly haven't seen one that I haven't liked.
No, yeah, okay.
I mean, would you say that there was one that you didn't like very much, or?
No, I just haven't seen a whole bunch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm capable of making the decision of saying that I don't really like them because I haven't seen all that many.
Yeah, true. But
from the ones that we've seen by Sergio Leone. I can't say it. It's hard to say.
Okay.
That's a weird name. I like them. I like.
I just think of My Little Pony.
Oh,
My Little Pony, Sergio Leone.
I think of like a pasta. Like, could I get some Sergio Leone?
Take every Italian name, and it could be the name of a pasta.
Okay, whatever. But what was I saying? I was saying that I just really like the movies. What's the first one? Fistful of Dollars was good. The sequel to that was also good, and then the next one was good. I'm not really mentioning.
Oh,
anything.
great!
I'm just saying
Good
that
job.
They're good.
Good job.
But they all tell good stories throughout, like for a character, and like they don't have to talk about the character because you understand what the character's thinking by the way that they show it. Like he's a good director, and these movies are, they're put together very well.
We've just been watching a lot of Clint Eastwood movies, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I say that we watch a lot of spaghetti westerns, but a lot of Clint Eastwood movies happen to be spaghetti westerns.
Yeah.
We've just been kind of binging Clint Eastwood and watching them. I think I kind of prefer the spaghetti westerns to some of the more modern western movies.
Yeah.
Like I feel like older western movies are nice because they're campy, and you got the I'm a rootin' tootin' cowboy, and you're like, it's funny. But then,
funny.
I mean, not necessarily funny, but like you enjoy the campiness. And then when the spaghetti westerns came in, it was like serious, but it was like very stylized. And I liked the stylized seriousness. And I mean, if you guys have seen Quentin Tarantino movies, he kind of does like that quick zoom into people's faces. He gets that from movies in like spaghetti westerns. You know, they have they pull out the gun and then all of a sudden the camera quick zooms to their face. You know,
I like the quick zoom kind of thing. It's like the quick zooms. They're very 70s kind of feel. I think they like reside in the 70s. But I think it's always funny. Like I don't know what it is about it, but you know, every time there's a quick zoom into someone's face or on something like that, like I just think it's funny. And like I don't know, I appreciate that thing that they made.
That thing that they made.
The addition to film that they have made, and like it's not supposed to be funny. I know it, but it's like I don't know. It gets me interested, and you just don't see it in very many films nowadays. And it's just kind of like whoa, you know, like you zoom in and you're just like whoa.
Yeah, I really like it. I thought just the suspense in those Western movies was really good. Sergio Leone definitely did a really good job of building suspense with a lot less action. Because not really a whole lot of action was required to be like, whoa! A lot of it was just like, nobody can see me putting my hand to my hip, but I'm putting my hand on my hip. And then it's like, wah, wah, wah. Bam!
And then all these people die.
Yeah. and I really enjoyed that.
Did you know in the set of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Eli Wallach. Whoopsie doops. I was watching an interview with him the other day, and he was saying, you know how like how it looks really dangerous on the set. You know, he did all these stunts and everything. Like it really was that dangerous. Because there was a scene where the people in a town were gonna hang him, and his arms were tied, and then he was hanging from the neck, and he was just like, you know, barely there, and they're about to release him, and then boom. He gets the rope that he's getting hung with gets shot, and he falls down on a horse, and the horse runs away with him. So that scene like actually happened, and he was on the back of a wild horse with his hands tied behind his back for like a couple miles. Well, not a couple miles, but for a good bit of time, at least a mile. And I was like, "Whoa,
wow,
that's pretty like crazy."
I mean, obviously you can ride a horse pretty well. Jeez,
but what's it called? I was hearing some stuff about that, and I was like, wow, that's really crazy, because, like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure no one told him that he was going to be doing that.
Yeah. He was just like, all right, so I want you to get on this horse. We're going to put a noose around your neck, right? And your hands are going to be tied. Like, as soon as I heard noose and my hands are tied, I would have been like, fuck that. That's scary.
Like, imagine if the horse just kept on running and never stopped. There goes Eli.
It just keeps running, runs off to Mexico, even though they're in Italy, and it's just like, all right,
bye Eli, and he's just like, adios amigos.
Well, I hope they had some sort of way to corral it.
Yeah, I'm sure they did, but like, just the fact that he was on the horse for a while, and like,
yeah, just the fact that it kept running. Like, I'm sure he tried to stop it.
Also, there's like a bridge explosion in the movie, and you remember that, right?
Yeah.
Like, they actually exploded a bridge. So he had to withstand the bridge at like a close range. So like he felt the bridge, and they had to do that twice. So they did it once, and he was like, "Whoa, that was crazy." And they did it the second time. He was like, "Actually, that was kind of scary. I probably shouldn't be this close to the bridge that's exploding." You know?
Why was he so close to the bridge?
Because they needed to get the shot. The shot looked better if he was closer. You know, like that shot that they were at. It looked good. So they were like, "That's good." Even though in the movie they weren't really that close. That's just how the shot went, so he was close, you know?
Huh.
He was talking about that, too, how, like, the bridge was exploding and, like, he could feel it, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I've never felt an explosion before.
Oh, yeah?
No. Have you ever been close to an explosion?
Not particularly.
Yeah.
Not a big one.
The major difference that I'd say I see between those older Western movies and newer ones are definitely a lot bloodier. Like, a lot bloodier. And, like, I like it, and I'm like, all right.
I don't think that the focus needs to be on the blood.
Yeah, but I get it, and I understand it. I get that it's different, you know, just because movies nowadays are the audiences, with all that's going on, they require a little bit more shoot 'em up feel.
Yeah, because like not everyone wants to go and watch a movie for the movie. They want to watch it so they can just like see cool things.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, Come on, people.
Oh, dude, I hate that. I hate it when people go to a movie just for spectacle.
Well,
Just like, wow, that's so cool. Oh my god.
yeah, that's partially like I believe that there's an extent to where movies can be like just spectacle because movies are a visual art form, you know, and I respect that like enough to say that movies should be appealing to the eye, but like when it's just spectacle, like I feel like if there's no story at all, it's just kind of like really not good.
Yeah, I definitely understand that.
Wow. Okay. I just checked the mic real quick.
Yeah.
Wow.
But wow.
Anyway.
I just feel like I just feel like movies nowadays, it's hard to find those few movies that are good just because they're good. You know?
Like Chicago. I see that that's a good medium. I don't know you haven't seen Chicago, but it's like they take what I think could be like an amazing musical or is a musical. I'm not entirely sure. They take that, put it onto film, and it looks great. It's stylized in a way where you think, "Wow, this is a play going on," but like it's also stylized in a way that it's actually like going on with the story.
Right.
So they have musical numbers in the thing that are like very stylized and look very good that don't mess with the story at all.
Yeah.
And you know, I appreciate that, man.
Oh, I had a thought. I had a good thought. I was like, damn, I should say that one. But I don't know anymore.
Oh yeah? Speaking of Clint Eastwood, did you know he directed Sully?
Shut up about your damn Sully.
Sully's a good movie.
I know you like Sully, and you always talk about Sully. You're like, Sully. I sullied my pants. Sully.
I didn't say that.
Sully.
But it's a good movie. And, like, I don't think it... Not that it's, like, the best movie. That's all I gotta say. But it's, like... I think it's a good movie because... because Tom Hanks does a good job portraying Sully throughout the movie. There's a story that actually gets told. And there are some parts where it's kind of slow, but even though it's slow, like, it's not boring, you know?
Yeah.
Like, to me, I'm always thinking, what is he thinking, you know? Like, how does he feel about everyone being on his back? He being Sully, the guy Tom Hanks is playing. But, like, I don't know. I think that's a really good movie because, like, you get emotionally invested in the character without him having to say stuff.
Yeah, I feel it. And especially when Boo came back at the end. Like,
Boo?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You know, Boo and Sully and Mike Wazowski.
Oh, that's what you're saying? Man,
that's hilarious.
Get out of here. That was not
funny.
No.
Speaking of good movies and good directors, I'm going to be directing the play pretty soon. This is the part where you say you are too.
Oh, I am too.
Hey, we're both directing plays, and we got what, like 4 weeks to get these?
I think so. 4 or 5. Well, we have 4 weeks and then another week of tech rehearsal.
Yeah.
The tech rehearsal is going to be like full costume rehearsal. So it'll be a rehearsal, but like not super, you know, like on it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your voice.
Yeah, so we're going to be directing plays, and that's pretty cool.
Oh, why don't you give a little talk about what your play's about?
Man, I don't even know.
I don't even know what your play's about, to be honest.
My play is like... It's like...
Is it a comedy?
It's a comedy, but I feel like the people that wrote it, they just did a lot of shrooms, and then they were like, let's write this down. This is a good play.
Well, is there a story? What's the story?
I don't even know if there's a story, dude. Like, it is just an amalgamation of a bunch of different scenes. And I don't know if any of it ties together or not. But, like, I feel like it does, but, like, I feel like it very, very thinly ties together. It's like a freak show, you know? Like, come all, see the craziest things. And then it's just a bunch of people being weird.
It's like the Netflix series Easy, you know? Like, they're all tied together, kind of, but just loosely tied together. Have you seen Easy?
Yeah, I've seen Easy. We watched it together.
Have you seen, like, the whole entire season, though? I know you've seen, like, an episode or two.
I saw a good bit of it, and then I stopped caring.
It's not I don't prefer the show Easy, but, like, the way it is like, there are all these people, and they're just living in the same neighborhood, pretty much. And, like, you see other people from other ones in the videos, not in the videos, but in the other episodes. But like they're just there, just cause.
Yeah.
So it's a whole bunch of different love stories, but it's like not that great. So I'm just kind of like, eh. If they were tied more together, I'd like it.
When does that ever happen? When do you have a bunch of people falling in love at the same time in the same place?
Well, yeah, it does happen.
That does happen?
Like, I don't know. I haven't seen that happen. But I feel like it happens. Every day someone falls in love.
Yeah?
And then every day someone else dies and loses one of their loved ones.
True.
Man.
Well, when you think about it, for every time somebody dies, a bunch of people are sad. Well, no, not every time, but usually a bunch of people are sad. Right? Because it's like, oh no, my mom, my daughter, my sister, my aunt, my cousin, what other family relation is there? My landlord.
My landlord?
Yeah, my landlord. My and Miguel writer.
My amigo.
My amigo.
My and Miguel.
Yeah, man.
Good old PBS, huh?
Dude, PBS is the shit. No?
I don't know. I don't watch PBS.
Yeah?
You watch PBS?
No.
Okay.
Why would I watch PBS? This is a kid
you're a
show.
Cool kid.
What is Arthur? More like Garther. Glasses guy. Armadillo.
Roasted.
Damn, Chris. You're pretty spicy, dude.
I am today, right now. Today.
I'm impressed with that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We can get back to plays. I talked about my play if you want.
Yeah, man. Tell me about your play. What's your play about? I don't even know.
My play is about 4 kids who get jobs, and they're just like, we're going to do really good at our jobs, but then they go to work, and then they have, like, just terrible first days. So, like, the people who hired them move them to a different shift, find, like, something better for them, and then they have a terrible second day. And then they switch jobs, and then they stand up for themselves, and then have a good time at their jobs. Kind of. It's a comedy. So, like, there are all these different instances of people going to work and then, like, something really outrageous happening on their first day. Like, if you work at a restaurant, like, boom, all these customers are really mad at you and all that kind of stuff, you know? It's funny. They're just like, oh no, what do I do? And then you're just like, haha, they're sad, haha.
Yeah? Just like that? Haha.
They're not having a good time, haha. I'm so happy because I'm here watching them be miserable.
I don't like that. That's mean.
No, it's not mean. It's good. It's nice.
Well, I'm really enjoying directing this play so far, even though no directing has actually happened.
Yeah.
We've just chosen our casts and stuff. I really enjoyed, after auditions, playing, like, Pokemon with the different people. Like, I'll give you this if you give me her.
Is that Pokemon?
Well, I mean, like, you know, you trade cards, right? Like, I'll give you 2 Blastoise if you give me a Charizard.
Okay. They're not trading cards, Nick.
I mean,
I felt like it was more special than that. I valued their lives more than you did.
We treated them like playing cards.
That's not what we treated them like. I was like,
I
need this person.
I hate that card.
I hate that card.
It's got stupid art.
It's got stupid art.
Yeah, dude.
That card's not even shiny.
Not even a shiny. Is that even an XP card? Is it XP? Am I saying that wrong?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it XP?
I think it's EX.
EX? Is it even an EX card?
No, it's a regular card, man.
Oh, that's dumb. It's one of those fake cards made in China.
Whatever. Nick, if you could direct a movie, what would it be?
What kind would of movie? It be?
Like, yeah.
Right now?
Like, your top of the line movie. If you could direct one of these movies, what would it be?
Right now, I'm really in the mood for something super campy.
I didn't hear you.
I said it right now. I'm in the mood for something like super stylized and super campy, just because that's what we've been watching lately. And like, I really want to make something where like it's memorable. You're just like, oh yeah, that sort of thing is from that movie. And I think I would enjoy doing maybe a modern remake, or not like a modern remake, but I think it would be interesting to do a modern version of an old story. You know?
Yeah.
Like Romeo and Juliet but everybody's got iPhones and cheating is totally cool.
That's so cool.
No, not like that. But I don't know. I've been thinking, and I think it would be really cool to bring an old story into the modern age. You know, I'm interested in that, and I also think it'd be really cool to I want to make a Western movie.
I do too. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, just I want to do an era piece.
Yeah.
Is that what you call them? Era pieces?
Well, because you do those and they become a little bit more timeless, you know?
Yeah.
Because you have to focus on the era, and you don't have to focus on the modern kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's the problem with doing modern movies is that
they always lack luster in the end.
Yeah, because like they make references to something that's going on.
Yeah.
Or
just like, what's going on? Who's Katy Perry?
Yeah, it's like the plot of our movie is that we got to find Katy Perry and spank her once and then run away.
Our movie is that. What happened? They said Dunkin' Donuts. No, it's not Dunkin' Donuts.
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme.
Yes.
The Power Rangers movie. With the whole entire plot revolved around Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. That's the problem with making modern movies like that. Is that it's not something that connects to people in the future. Nobody goes back and watches it and goes, "Yeah, I remember Krispy Kreme.
I remember Krispy Kreme. Wow."
Or like, "Yeah, Katy Perry. She's been dead for 50 years, but yeah, I'd spank her ass." Like, it's silly. I feel like when people make modern movies, it's a lot better. Like if you want your movie to matter in the scope of movies, yeah,
you can make a modern movie that matters, 100%. But like,
yeah, but I mean, like throughout history,
it's
like,
harder to do
like
that.
Something that people are going to understand and they're going to see it and they're going to be like, yeah, like I know that one.
Yeah,
that's the best part about doing movies in the past is that all the quote unquote famous people from those eras. You know that they're going to be remembered in modern times because you're already in the modern times, right?
Yeah. What's it called? I could just talk about westerns right now. I thought a lot about it, and I think the reason why I like westerns so much is because like that's just what I feel Hollywood is. You know, like when I was a little kid, I watched Big Fat Liar, and I saw all these different things going on. But the only thing that really stood out to me. You know the scene where he walks onto the set for the first time? He's at Universal Studios and he's just walking. Have you seen Big Fat Liar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the scene where he walks on and I see all this Hollywood stuff going on, like on the sets. I'm just like, whoa. But like when I think of Hollywood and like Hollywood movies and like big budget movies, like I think of Western movies because you can't really replicate Western, like the Wild West, in any other way. Like I feel like movies capture it the best because like there aren't really songs that go to Western movies, or not songs that go to Western movies. There aren't like songs that remind you of the Wild West. That like
I mean, wah wah wah.
Yeah, but like that was made for a movie, and like you're not gonna listen to that on the radio. Those don't come out very often. And like where else? What other mediums are there? There's like visual, audio.
I mean, there's books.
There are books?
Yeah, there's a lot of books about the Duke of Death. You know, the Duck of Death. A lot of
the Duck of Death.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of good things like that.
But there's just like I feel like it's best represented in the film.
Yeah, that's true. And part of the reason why it's best represented in the film is because that's not at all how it was. You know, like the Wild Wild West. That it's not. That's just not true. It's just this thing that we've created through movies, basically.
Yeah, but it's like the most interesting through movies. That's what I think. Because it's like all these people are getting shot and all these people are falling, and like you don't need to do that much to make like to make a Western movie good. I don't think. Well, you do because I've seen some bad Western movies, but like yeah, like you want to have action, but you also want to have like characters that are cool, you know?
Yeah.
Well, what's that movie that we saw? High Noon. So bad.
You don't like High Noon?
You know I didn't like High Noon.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that it's bad. It's just like, they made High Noon, and it's really boring. It's just a guy walking around like, hey, help me save the town. And people are like, no. And he's like, oh, darn it, but you're gonna die.
That's because that movie's a political statement.
Yeah, but I don't give that movie a pass just for it being a political statement, you know? Like, you could make a good political statement movie.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I don't really like political statements. Like,
So that's like putting a time on your piece.
Yeah, I feel like if you're doing some sort of like artistic thing and you're like, oh, look at all these things, blah blah blah, blah. And then it's kind of just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of making things that aren't usually political statements, turning them into political statements. I feel like it's kind of like a pillaging of the medium.
Yeah.
It's like commercials nowadays. The fucking Pepsi commercial, dude. You cannot watch a commercial without being like, I feel like they're telling me to make a change for, kids in Bosnia or some shit like that. It's like, if you're going to make a commercial, sell me a product, maybe make the commercial good so I like the commercial, and then I'll probably buy your product.
People have done that.
People have done that. But I'm saying,
when people when people in the film medium try to make something that's supposed to matter to this generation and like future generations, like it's not really going to work because what they're trying to make is impossible. You can't make something for this audience and the next audience like all at once. You can't make a good commercial that's going to sell a whole bunch of products that focuses on like a certain area of people that will also be good for all the other areas of people. It's just like you can't do that because, like I'm saying, you'll date your project, and then you'll be all like, "Dude, I can't do that." I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like I've just been rambling.
I get that.
But like, you're making something, and these people are gonna watch it, and they're gonna be like, they're either gonna be like, "That's 100% correct," or "That's 100% incorrect." You know, like they're not gonna be like, "Well, it's kind of okay," but like that's just it, like they're gonna watch it and they're gonna get it or they're not gonna get it.
You know what would really suck is that, like, by the time we have the budget and the money and the funding and the contracts to make a bunch of big budget movies, nobody likes that type of movie anymore.
Depends.
Like, could you imagine, like, 15, 20 years from now we're making movies and we're making movies that we love and that we know are super spicy, but nobody, like, within that time period likes anything that's good. They're all just like, oh, I can't wait for the new Michael Bay Transformers movie number 15. Oh, my God. And it's just like, damn.
I want to make a new series called Sci-Fi Cowboys.
Sci-Fi Cowboys?
Yeah, it's about cowboys in space.
So, Star Wars?
No, cowboys.
Oh, I guess Star Wars is samurai in space.
Samurai in space. Mine's cowboys in space. It'll be a Western
like space,
in space.
Like Cowboy Bebop?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a Japanese one. Well, it's one of them animus.
I'm going to make my own, and it'll be really good. It'll be 10 times better.
Oh, another cowboy in space. Firefly? The TV show.
And it's not a movie.
No, it is. It has a movie, too, called Serenity.
I'm going to make my own, Nick. You're ruining this for me.
I'm sorry.
There's going to be a lot of blue, black, and then brown.
All right.
Like sand colors. And
There'll
be a desert on a planet in space.
A desert on a planet in space?
So just imagine that. Like a desert floor with like a starry sky. That'd be cool.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to mix.
Oh, they made Cowboys vs. Aliens.
I mean,
that's
yeah.
a good modern remake.
That, too.
Of an old movie.
That's actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
I like it. Like, it's shot well. And I enjoy it.
Good directing.
Here you go.
Cinematography.
I'm going to mix a gangster movie.
Yes.
With
what? With the love story.
I'm going to make a romantic comedy gangster movie. I actually had that idea like a long time ago.
Oh, I remember.
Do you remember? Yeah.
I remember.
I wanted to use the New York, New York as the opening song. Yes. But I'm going to make that. I'm going to write that. I'm going to make it.
Okay.
You know what else I want to do is I want to make a movie about a time period that nobody gives a shit about. Like, you know how like in movies, like you can think of like the big plot points that they make movies in. You know, you got like ancient Egypt and like important times in Christianity. That's a lot of movies. And then you got like, the 20s, turn of the century. You got gangsters. You got like 1800s, like, Civil War movies a lot of the time. And then you've got like those old like fancy aristocrat movies that takes place in the 1700s. I want to do something in like, and then you got like medieval movies.
You can make a movie based on the year 2.
Dude.
When's the last time you heard someone talking about the year 2?
Yeah, but the year 2 would involve like Jesus and stuff because that's what would be going on.
Man, you don't know.
I want to make a movie about 1389. What's going on in 1389, you know?
I don't know.
Like, I want to find, like, the year where nobody cares about it. Like, this is the year that nobody's ever mentioned. They're just like, yeah, that was just a bad year for important shit. I'm going to make a movie about that. And I'm just going to find something. I'm going to do it. And it's not going to be any of those time periods. I'm going to make a caveman movie.
Oh, do it.
Have they made caveman movies?
I feel like they have. They just haven't been successful for certain reasons. I can't think of any off the top of my head. But yeah, what was I going to say? I don't know. Like, we can make all these movies, but none
Name
of them...
a caveman movie.
You doing that with your phone? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, there's a movie called Caveman. And there's... Oh, no, they do make caveman movies. You know that movie 10,000 BC?
Nope.
Exactly.
I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I actually have.
Oh, wow,
I think it was actually a pretty good movie.
Man.
People in caves.
People in caves.
Okay, so what do you want to make? You said you're going to do Space Cowboy. You think of another one.
I would do a space cowboy movie, and then I would also do what's a genre that I like?
You like sad movies.
I would do a noir.
Ooh.
But it would be space noir.
What the heck?
That'd be hilarious.
No.
He'd be all like, "What are you doing, baby?" And she'd be all like, "I'm just getting my oxygen tank."
Don't do a space noir. Do a caveman noir.
A caveman noir?
Yeah.
I would do... Let me think. I would do a future sci-fi noir. So, like, a noir that happens in, like, the year 3011.
That actually sounds really dope.
It would be cool.
I'd ship it.
I would appreciate the sci-fi element to that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, whoa, that's pretty cool. And it's just like, this guy, he's working for this girl, and her robot husband cheated on her.
Oh, here we go. Blade Runner.
Space
future noir. Got him.
You're ruining everything.
I'm sorry.
Man, what else? What else? My noir would be in black and white, though.
Yeah, I like black and white.
I wouldn't do the whole, like, bright colors to offset the contrast and everything like that, like a lot of modern noirs in color do. But yeah.
Well, if you guys want us to make these movies, leave a comment in the comment thing and say, hey, make those movies. Those sound like some spicy meatballs.
What movie would you guys make?
Well, yeah.
Like, that sounds really cool.
Comment that.
Yeah, do that.
What's something that you think would be a really cool movie idea? And with that, we're going to see you later, guys.
Hey, see you later, guys.
Don't forget to leave a comment about what you want to make and then what you think we should make.
And then give us a like. I
guess, if they even matter.
Man, you could
subscribe. Okay, see you later. Bye. Bye now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Chris.
Bye.
Look at this duck, it's pretty cool. I wish that I could be this cool.